Hello everyone. Let's continue with the CPI on page 49 and 50, the last two pages. Let's start with the purchasing power of income. Pouvoir d'achat de votre revenu. So let's start with a simple example. Two different years, n+1, n+2. Nominal income. The nominal income is the income you may receive, for instance, on your banking account. Nominal income, 66,000 and 74,000. And let's imagine that the CPI for the two periods is 109 and 134. Always don't forget, in other words, that the first year, n in that case, is always equal to 100, the CPI of the year basis year. First point, when you read or hear the purchasing power of income is the same as compute the real income. The purchasing power of income is the purchasing power you can have with an income, so you just eliminate the effect of inflation. Remember, when we see on page 48 with this formula, you eliminate the effect of inflation. So just forget inflation and then you find the real income, in other words, the purchasing power of income. That's the same. So when you hear, once again, when you hear purchasing power of income, it's compute the real income. So in that case, you will use the same formula. Real income is equal to nominal income over CPI times 100. So the real income is the nominal income, 66,000, over CPI, 109, times 100, and the real income for n+1 is 60,550 francs. Next year, n+2, the real income is nominal income over CPI times 100, 55,224. That's not the end. When you want to see the percentage change of the purchasing power of income, you just take the real income and you calculate the percentage change with the formula arrival minus departure over departure times 100. That's what I've done here. So the real income has decreased by percentage change. Arrival minus departure over departure times 100 is minus 8.8%. So this is a bad news. You have decreased your purchasing power of your income because you have inflation here, a lot of inflation, and obviously your income is increasing here, so you may be happy, but in fact there is a big inflation over here. The CPI goes from 101 to 134, so a huge inflation. In 1 year your income has increased, but the purchasing power of your income has decreased. That's a bad news for you. You have lost purchasing power, pouvoir d'achat. Okay, so that's what we call the purchasing power of income. If you do not have all the figures here, you may work with indexes. We will see that later on different exercises, but you can also change your nominal income into an index of nominal income. That's easy. Now we have 3 years and n+1, n+2 here. the n+1, n+2 are the same, okay, CPI, nominal income. And what is new is the first year N nominal income was 57,000 francs. CPI of the first period is always equal to 100. And you have to calculate this last column, the index of nominal income. So that's easy. You just have to change your nominal income into an index. So let's have a look. First year it's easy because the CPI is equal to 100. So the first year is also here equal to 100. Okay. But for n+1, you just work with rule of 3. The rule of 3, you say 57. I will write that here. 57,000 is equal to 100 index and 66,000 x. Rule of 3, x is equal to 115.8, 115.8. That's an index. It's not a percent, sorry. It's not francs, it's an index. So you just transform your nominal income into indexes, and it's one way to solve this kind of problem. So this is how we find the index of nominal income. And if we work with the last column, be careful, guys. With the last line, you start the rule of 3 always with the first line. So in that case, you will write, I will do this here. You start from what happened in the first year. 57 francs is equal to 100. So you compare always with the first year. And now 74,000 of nominal income is equal to Y, for instance, and you will find 129.8. That's the other index for the last line. So when you work in indexes and you want to find the indexes of nominal income, always start your rule of 3, règle de 3, with the first line. So obviously the second line is compared with the first one, and the third line is compared with the first one, 57,000. So you transform that into indexes. That's the calculus. And if you have indexes, nominal indexes, I will put that in red, nominal indexes, okay? And don't forget this first formula, real value. Any real value is the nominal value over CPI times 100. So we can find a new simple formula, which is index of real income is equal to index of nominal income over CPI times 100. So that's exactly the same. Real value, index of real income, is nominal value, index of nominal income over CPI times 100. So use the same kind of formula. Index of real income, it's the index of nominal income over CPI times 100. So that's the same kind of exercise we did at the first of the top of the page with figures. Now we work with indexes. So the index of real income, n+1, we work with indexes. So we take this little formula, INI, index of nominal income, this number here, 115.8, there, let's use this one. Okay, there, and it's here over CPI times 100, it's 106.2. and the same formula is used for n plus 2. It's the index of nominal income here, this one, over the CPI of the last period, okay, and times 100 is 96.9, sorry. So now you have the indexes. We work with indexes, and as we did here, we are going to calculate the percentage change of IRI, index of real income, from n plus 1 to n plus 2 for these 2 years. So the same formula as ever. So arrival minus departure over departure times 100. Okay, so arrival is 96.9 minus 106.2 over 106.2 times 100, and obviously it's minus 8.8%, which is the same result as this one. So for this page, we are talking about purchasing power of income. In other words, please compute the real income, and then we ask to calculate the percentage change of the real income. Okay, and you can also work with indexes, so you just transform your nominal income into indexes of nominal income with the rule of 3 as explained, and then use this formula, which is the same as real ta is nominal ta over CPI times 100. So index of real income, index of nominal income over CPI times 100, and you find the same solution. So that was the comments for page 49.